Hello everybody! Okay, I just finished a really good book right now and I wanted to talk about it with you guys. Yeah, I know this is not usually something you would see on a beauty channel. I know so far all the things I've been doing is about beauty and hairstyles and whatnot, but I will have little random things like this on here because I have freedom to do so on my own channel. So yeah, I just wanted to do a book review because I love books. I love reading. I am a bookworm. Definitely a huge bookworm. I have my own library. Um, one of my dreams to have in the future is to have my own library. It's same as my older sister's. Her dream is to have a library just like Belle's, and that's like me too. I want a library that looks like Belle's with all the shelves and the ladders that you could climb up to like get your books and stuff. Yeah, that's what I want in the future. Anyways, to the point. Okay, I just finished this book. This is Misguided Angel. This is from the Blue Bloods series by Melissa de la Cruz. That's how you spell her name. Oh my gosh. It was amazing. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything about it other than that it's amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the turns and twists in this book. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Like, it's so exciting. I can't wait for Lost in Time, which is the newest book that's being released in October of 2011. Oh, I can't wait! Anyways, yes, I borrowed this from the library. I own the first 3 books, which are these. So this is the first book. This is called Blue Bloods. And then this is the second book called Masquerade. And then Revelations. And yeah, it's called Blue Bloods series, and they're all good. Like, oh my gosh, it's a vampire story. But it's not your typical vampire story. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so interesting. It's like crazy how she like was able to come up with this type of like story. I'm like amazed at how well she writes and how well she has such a great imagination. It's amazing. And basically it's um your typical like high school like teenage romance novel type thing, but it has vampires in it. And these vampires, okay, usually like the story is always vampires. They were created by people who like, you don't really go into depth on how they were created, like how vampires came to be, right? Obviously vampires aren't real, at least that's what I think. At least that's what I believe too. Anyways, so you don't really find out like when you read stories, like read novels, like these stories that people write about them. You only find out how that person became a vampire. You don't know how, like they don't go into depth on how vampires came to be vampires. You know how they started to exist, right? And this series, like basically vampires, their souls are recycled. Like it's the same soul, but then the body is like that soul is put into a different like shell. Like their flesh is they always change. Like they reincarnate into a different body, but the soul is the same. And when they reach a certain age, all those memories from their past lives and who they really are come back to them. And basically this story is about how they were angels, and in order to save humanity or something, they fall into earth and they become vampires. And that's how the story is. And also they don't like it's about like most of them are wealthy class, like high class vampires. They're all born into families, and they're all angels. Like we have the angel Gabriel, we have the angel of death, we have angel of mercy, and also the angel of singing or something. Yeah, anyways, there's like Latin names for them and everything. It's kind of confusing, but once you read it and kind of put the puzzle pieces together, it makes sense. Um, but yeah, so far that's come out. There's six books that came out. But okay, so we have these books. No, 7 books that came out so far. Yeah. So these are the first 3, and the book that I just read right now is the 5th book. The 4th book, I also borrowed from the library, but I returned it. That one's called the Van Allen, um, the Van Allen, ALEN Legacy, and that one you find out more about the main character. I'm not gonna go into it. Anyways, so that's the 4th book, and then I just read the 5th book, and then they have 2 like mini books. They're not like, they don't really, I don't know how, at least I don't think they really continue on with the following story except this one. So this is next book that I need to read. I haven't read it yet. This is Bloody Valentine, and before Misguided Angel, there was a little book called The Keys to the Repository, and that's like a encyclopedia on like the characters, and you find out more about their backgrounds and their lives. And so that one doesn't really continue on the story. The story continues on with the first 3 books, the Van Allen, I just can't speak, the Van Allen Legacy, then The Keys to the Repository, which is just an encyclopedia, and then it goes to Misguided Angel, and then right after that is Bloody Valentine, and then right after that is new one that's coming out in October, which is called Lost in Time. So yeah, it's like a lot. The first book was published in 2007, so these books have been out for quite a while now. It's just not a lot of people have what's the word? Like, a lot of people have read them, but they're not as like popular as like Twilight or Vampire Diaries, like that. But I have a feeling that these will soon make a break into the media. Like, at least that's what I hope, because this would be an amazing. I think it would be great if they made this into a show as well, or a movie. Yeah. And from one of these like books that I just read, I really would love to be what's her name? The Chinese girl, she's from Shanghai or something. Yeah, her name is, anyways, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's one of the characters in here that I would love to play in the movie or show if they ever make one. Anyways, that's just a fantasy of mine. But anyways, the first book was published on 2007, and then the rest, the Misguided Angel, or was it Bloody Valentine? Bloody Valentine or Misguided Angel was published in 2010, and so yeah, I'm like waiting on the next book because I'm really excited. These are really, really good books. And also, if you want to know more about the story, and if you don't get it from what I just told you guys, you guys could read more about it if you go onto her website, Melissa De La Cruz's website, and it's I'll just link it down below. And I just praise her for having such a great imagination and for creating such an interesting, fun story to read. And it's real. I don't know. Maybe to me, I think it's a fast read because it took like, I just read Misguided Angel in a week, and that's pretty fast for me, to be honest. Actually, I don't think it was even a week. Maybe like 3.5 days. Yeah, that's pretty quick for me. And like the first book I finished in like 2 days. But yeah, that's pretty slow, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people, they're, oh, I read that in like 4 hours. It's like, how are you guys so, that you read so quickly? But I feel like they're a quick read if you are looking for something interesting with a great plot. Like, such a great plot. So yeah, that's the series that I'm reading right now, and I'm trying to finish, and then I'm gonna try and go into a different series. I really do want to read Vampire Diaries because I watched the show, and the show is pretty good. What else? What else? What else? Ooh, another book, like other books that you might want to like look into. I don't know, maybe for like vampire books are what were they called? I don't know. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look it up for you right now. They're really like just teenage. What's the word? Teenager. Like vampire stories. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah, Vampire Kisses by Ellen Schreiber. Yeah, Ellen Schreiber. Okay, so the Vampire Kisses series are pretty interesting as well. If you want to look into something like, I know I'm almost 19 years old. I'm like an adult now, and I just came out of high school. Well, it's my second year of college now. But anyways, yes, I still read my teen books because I'm like that. I like to read in different genres, and whatever age doesn't matter when you read, right? Well, maybe for things that are censored for young children. Yeah. Anyways, what am I talking about? Yeah, Vampire Kisses is a good series too. I highly recommend the Twilight series if you haven't read them. I personally really like Twilight series. I'm not obsessed with them. Like, there are some people who are obsessed with that series, like crazily obsessed. I mean, I respect you for that. Anyways, yeah, that one's a really good series too. It's very interesting. It's typical vampire love story. Yeah, everybody loves Jacob, but I still love my Edward. Anyways, yeah. So Twilight series, Blue Bloods, Vampire Kisses. Did I miss anything? Ooh, I still want to read the what's her name? The vampire, like book that woman wrote. Let me look it up too. Like, okay, people comment about this. Like, tell me what you think of this series. This is the okay, let me look for Anna. Oh, the interview with the vampire. Okay, so interview with a vampire. Okay, I watched the movie. The movie was really scary. But I've always wanted to read it. I heard that the book is actually very graphic and very, like, when you read, it's pretty scary because it's so, like, she writes it in a way that you're almost experiencing what the characters are experiencing. Yeah, that's what my friend's mom told me that, and she said that do not read it in the dark because you get pretty scared. But yeah, I still want to read that. I haven't read it yet. I've watched the movie. The movie is really good. Brad Pitt is so cute. Tom Cruise is cute too. Um, yeah. Yeah. So just tell me about what you guys thought about the interview with the vampire if you read it. If you haven't, maybe we could read it together and we'll see what we all think together. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my random ranting on books and my vampire series books that I'm reading right now. I'll link the website to Melissa de, the link to Melissa de la Cruz's website where you can find out all information about the books that she writes. And yeah, I will talk to you later then. Bye!